Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
We're just an affable couple in love that loves reacting to some Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yes, we do.
So this is Season 2, Episode 9 that we're checking out today. And you can get early ad-free access to our reactions and see our full watch-along reactions over on Patreon. Link is in the description of this video.
Yep.
Ready to do this?
I'm ready.
Enemies and traitors, all working together.
He's gotta be all right. If they kill Iroh, I will revolt.
I agree.
Today's the day! Can you believe it? After all that time searching for a teacher, I'm finally starting earthbending. Sokka? Oh, you're still sleeping, huh? Sorry.
Aang is Bucky and Sokka is me.
Morning, earthbending student! Good morning, Sifu Toph.
You never call me Sifu Katara.
If you think I should. Sorry, Snoozles. We'll do our earthbending as...
Snoozles. Oh. Poor Sokka.
So what move are you gonna teach me first? Rock a Lanch? The Trembler? Let's start with move a rock.
Yeah, dude. Gathering the scales first.
You've got to be steady and strong. If you're going to move it, you've got to be like a rock yourself.
Like a rock. Got it.
Now the actual motion of this...
Just like Bob Seger said.
Okay, you ready to give it a try?
I'm ready.
Oh!
Rock beats Airbender.
I got you, Dad!
Oh.
My beloved, I will see you again.
Uncle, you were unconscious. Azula did this to you. It was a surprise attack.
Somehow, that's not so surprising.
I made it the way you like it.
Nope.
So, Uncle, I've been thinking. I'm going to need to know more advanced firebending if I want to stand a chance against her. I know what you're going to say. She's my sister and I should be trying to get along with her.
She's crazy and she needs to go down.
If even Iroh says that, you know, there's no hope
It's
saving.
time to resume your training.
I don't understand what went wrong.
What if I came at the boulder from a different angle?
No, you've got to face it head on, like this.
He really responds well to a positive teaching experience.
That's not how she works.
Kind words. If he's doing something wrong, maybe a gentle nudge in the right direction.
A gentle nudge. I'll try that. Keep your knees high, Twinkle Toad!
Those fingers.
Oh!
Ow.
Rock glide!
Here you go, Aang.
Rock glide!
That was her positive reinforcement, the one little head nod.
You're awfully cute, but unfortunately for you, you're made of meat.
Oh, come on.
You are one lucky little meat creature.
Lightning is a pure expression of firebending. Without aggression, it is not fueled by rage. Some call lightning the cold-blooded fire.
That suits Azula.
To perform the technique requires peace of mind.
That's why we're drinking tea, to calm the mind.
Oh yeah, good point. I mean, yes. Only a select few firebenders can separate these energies. This creates an imbalance. The energy wants to restore balance. You provide release and guidance, creating lightning.
Hell yeah.
Once you separate the energy, you do not command it. You are simply its humble guide. Breathe.
He might be able to produce it, but he's not gonna be able to control it. Oof.
I say I don't think he can produce it yet. He's too angry.
This time we're going to try something a little different. Instead of moving a rock, you're going to stop a rock. I'm going to roll that boulder down at you. You have the attitude of an earthbender.
Are you sure this is really the best way to teach Aang earthbending?
Actually, there is a better way. This way. Sense the vibrations of the boulder to stop it. Thank you, Katara.
Yeah, thanks, Katara.
Oh, poor Momo was so scared. So worried about Aang.
With good reason.
And this is how his story ends. Yeah, I didn't think he was gonna stop it.
I guess I just panicked. I don't know what to say.
You didn't have the guts.
I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you are sorry. If you have what it takes to face that rock like an earthbender,
No.
It doesn't.
Aang, it's no big deal. You'll take a break and try earthbending again when you're ready. Besides, you still have a lot of waterbending to work on, okay?
Yeah.
yeah, whatever. Go splash around until you feel better.
She's got no time for the sensitive stuff.
I really like her.
I was afraid this might happen. You will not be able to master lightning until you have dealt with the turmoil inside you.
Yep.
What turmoil?
Zuko, you must let go of your feelings of shame if you want your anger to go away.
But I'm as proud as ever.
Prince Zuko, pride is not the opposite of shame, but its source. True humility is the only antidote to shame.
My life has been nothing but humbling lately.
I have another idea.
But you haven't
I
been
will
humbled.
teach you a firebending move that even Azula doesn't know. I made it up myself.
She's still stuck there.
Don't you?
Aww.
Look, I'm sorry I hunted you, but that's just the natural order of things. Big things eat smaller things, nothing personal. I admit it. You're cute.
Very cute.
If I get out of this alive, it's a karmically correct vegetarian existence for me. No meat, even though meat is so tasty.
Is that thing like a squirrel goat cow?
Oh!
Hey, looks like my karma's already paying off. That's okay, I got it. Yeah.
Now come back, Boomerang.
The little tail. Oh, Momo!
You know this block you're having is only temporary, right?
I need to face it head on like a rock. I don't know why I can't, but I can't.
Aang, fire and water are opposites. Then what's the opposite of air?
I guess it's Earth.
You're working with your natural opposite, but you'll figure it out. I know you will.
Think fast.
You have the reflexes of a water-bending master.
Thanks, Katara. Sifu, Katara.
There you go. Oh, that meant so much to her.
Fire is the element of power. The people of the Fire Nation have desire and will, and the energy and drive to achieve what they want. Earth is the element of substance. The people of the Earth Kingdom are diverse and strong. Air is the element of freedom. The air nomads detached themselves from worldly concerns and found peace and freedom. Also, they apparently had pretty good senses of humor. Water is the element of change. The people of the water tribe are capable of adapting to many things.
Why are you telling me these things?
It is important to draw wisdom from many different places. If we take it from only one place, it becomes rigid and stale. Understanding others and the other nations will help you become whole.
All this four elements talk is sounding like Avatar stuff.
It is the combination of the four elements in one person. You see, the technique I am about to teach you is one I learned by studying the waterbenders.
Aang, I found these nuts in your bag. I figured you wouldn't mind. And besides, even if you did, you're too much of a pushover to do anything about it.
I thought you were gonna call him a pussy.
I thought so too.
It's like, this is a kid show.
Because I also have this great new nutcracker.
Actually, I'd prefer if you didn't. That's an antique handcrafted by the monks. It's a delicate instrument.
It's not the only delicate instrument.
Momo.
Momo's only allegiance is to food.
Hey, Aang, have you seen...
Meditating here.
It's almost sundown and Sokka isn't back yet. I think we should search for him.
We'll find him faster if we split up.
Okay, karma person or thing, whoever's in charge of this stuff. If I can just get out of this situation alive, I will give up meat and sarcasm, okay?
Just meat.
Now! That's all I got. It's pretty much my whole identity. The meat and sarcasm guy.
And Boomerang guy.
Aang! Thank goodness! Have you got any meat?
Are you okay?
Stop!
This is how he'll earthbend.
Yeah.
I bet I can airbend you out of here.
Nope.
Nope.
You gotta earthbend him out.
When it matters the most. Chips are down and it's to help his friends.
But I could use a little earth bending here.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can, Aang.
Because Toph is not gonna help you.
Well, if you can't earthbend me out of here, go get Toph.
I can't do that either.
You can't? Why not?
It would just be really
Embarrassing.
uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable. Well, I wouldn't want you to...
Thanks, Sokka. Everyone expects me to get it right away. It puts me in a really awkward position.
Awkward position. I think I know the feeling.
If I try, I fail. But if I don't try, I'm never gonna get it. I feel like I'm caught between a rock and a hard place.
Aang, this is my friend, Fufu Cuddly Poops.
Fufu Cuddly Poops?
What a cute name for a little baby saber-toothed moose lion cub. Did you lose your mama?
Oh, and here comes the mama.
Nope, Mama's just fine.
Oh.
Waterbenders deal with the flow of energy. A waterbender lets their defense become their offense. I learned a way to do this, lightning.
You can teach me to redirect lightning?
If you let the energy in your own body flow, the lightning will follow it. You must create a pathway from your fingertips. The stomach is the source of energy in your body. It is called the...
Right, you need to feed it.
Only in my case, it is more like a vast ocean.
Come on, you gotta laugh at Hyro.
You must not let the lightning pass through your heart, or the damage could be deadly. Like this. Are you focusing your energy?
I think so.
Gotta know it.
Come on. You've got... Excellent. You've got it.
I'm ready to try with real lightning.
No.
Lightning is very dangerous.
I thought that was the point. You teaching me how to protect myself from it.
Yeah, but I'm not going to shoot lightning at you.
Well, if you won't help me, I'll find my own lightning.
Just don't learn.
Aang, this is bad. You gotta get me out of here. Please don't leave me again.
I won't.
Facing it. Head on. Like the boulder.
What are you doing here?
Just enjoying the show.
You were there the whole time? Why didn't you do something? You could have gotten him out and helped us get away.
Guess it just didn't occur to me.
I want my staff back.
Do it now.
What?
Earthbend, Twinkle Toes. You just stood your ground against a crazy beast. You stood your ground against me. You've got the stuff.
Zero.
You did it! You're an Earthbender.
Can't believe it.
Aw, this is really a wonderful... So could you get me out of here?
No problem, Sokka.
Actually, you should probably let me do that. You might accidentally crush him.
Yeah, no crushing, please.
She could have done it a different way, but I'm glad she did it that way.
Tara, look what I can do.
You did it! You tried the positive reinforcement, didn't you?
It worked wonders.
Appa! I can earthbend now. Physically and mentally unmovable.
Good job, Appa.
Yeah.
You've always thrown everything you could at me. Well, I can take it, and now I can give it back! Come on! Strike me!
Smite me, O mighty smiter. Gotta let go of that.
Yeah, he's got a lot of issues to work on.
You think?
Yeah.
Great episode. Really love Toph. All of her like little nicknames for people and just her like, I don't know, her attitude. She's just a ton of fun.
She's the antithesis to Katara. Katara is so like fluid and nurturing. She's water. She very much embodies that. And Toph is just so hard-edged and like no time for the soft stuff. It's like down to brass tacks at all times. So yeah, I mean, they very much embody their elements, which feel like they are in opposition, but obviously we know Earth is opposite to air and fire is opposite to water now.
Yeah, and it's like Aang is opposite to Zuko. Like Aang is all light and Zuko right now is all darkness, especially like at the end there. You know, just covered in darkness and pain and like, you know, so I like that episode, this episode for that, like the opposites, like, but also the similarities of it, because as Zuko was learning, he's like, this is stuff that like, you know, the Avatar should be learning. And I like Iroh saying that, you know, it's something that everyone can benefit from. And, you know, if you just limit yourself to learning one form, one style, one view on life, you're limiting yourself. And Iroh is just, I think he now is my favorite character. I mean, it was really sad, like his dream, like his kid, and now you know that happened and everything. So like my heart breaks for him. But then to see what he's gone through and to still have his attitude towards life is remarkable.
I do love Iroh's teachings, and I think the one today was particularly important because, you know, it's, yes, so important to the world of Avatar and the Airbenders, yes, but a bigger lesson that we should all take away from, which is, you know, to be open-minded, to explore the ways that other people believe things or practice things, or, you know, that's one of the reasons why they say travel is the best education, because you immerse yourself somewhere else and you learn an entirely new set of customs, cultural things, practices like that. That's what allows us all to be better human beings, because then we're not so rigid and set into one tiny box and shouting from the corner of that box, my box is the only box. You know, it's like, no, the world is an incredible tapestry of diversity and different things that, you know, it's fun to learn about, and then, you know, pick and choose what fits for you, sure, but that doesn't mean you have to dislike anyone else for what works for them. And
like with Iroh, like that's how a lot of innovation happens, is like you're learn something else in like a different field, and like, oh, well, you know, what if we could apply that same sort of philosophy or like technique, but just over into like this separate field that I'm actually like, you know, like more proficient in or whatever. You know, taking different ideas like that. And so just a lot of good wisdom in this episode, and good humor as well, obviously. Momo, the nuts and the frog, and just like, I mean, you know, they sprinkle in those little moments with like Momo and Appa to keep things even more lighthearted, and so that I like that they don't lose track of them. So I think a lot of shows will just like lose track of characters, especially, you know, ones that maybe aren't as essential to the plot. But Avatar does a really good job of bringing those characters, like bringing those characters in, like those side characters in, and still having them not be forgotten and like still be important to the story. I love how Momo's allegiance is there, two different characters, but it goes completely out the window the minute food's involved. Like, he was all about Katara and Aang, but then Toph had the nuts, and it was like, okay. Well, he's like, I'm chilling with you, Toph.
Yep. I mean, there was a part of me that was very excited by the prospect that Sokka might get his animal, because like Aang has Appa, Momo's been spending a lot of time with Katara, and so it kind of felt like, oh, Sokka's gonna get the little cuddly moose lion thing, but
saber-tooth moose.
He had to go back with his parents, which is where he belongs. But I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit sad when I realized that he wasn't gonna stay with Sokka.
Yeah, because it was so freaking cute. What was the name of it again?
The saber-tooth. It was a saber-tooth moose lion cub was what they called.
No, but the Sokka's name for the thing.
Oh, something like, cuddly poof.
Yes, cuddly poof.
It ended in cuddly poof. That much I remember.
Yeah, it was a great name that Sokka had come up with for that animal. So it's a shame that it will not be joining the party.
Yeah, although after seeing
how big it gets.
Yeah. I don't think that would be fair to Appa.
No.
So it was the right call for us to go back with his family.
And I also really love Iroh pointing out that shame or pride is not the opposite of shame, and that it's the cause of shame. And, you know, because I feel like so many times people wear pride as like a badge of honor. And something where it's like, you know, you should have a lot of, you know, you should be proud and you should have like, you know, like pride in your work. Like that's like a, you know, a good thing, thing to have. But like pride is one of the reasons that is like, you know, considered one of the 7 deadly sins is because it just can lead to so much hurt and anger and fights and and it's just it's a lot harder. Like I think people think that pride is strength. I think that's another thing that people confuse, is they think that like if you're a proud person, then you are a strong person because you won't let anything like, you know, affect your, like, you don't want anything like, I don't know, you're so proud that you will, like, it'll make you like fight harder and you know. But I think that like it is actually stronger to not let your pride like guide you and control you, and to be able to let that go it's not easy to do. And so that's why I think it takes that is why I think you're a stronger person if you are able to be humble.
Yeah, being proud, like having pride in the work that you do, being proud of an accomplishment, like that is something very different from being a proud person when it's paired with like self-righteousness and ego. Like that's a whole different thing. And that's, I would say, probably just about always toxic.
Yeah.
When it's presented that way, because it's an unearned pride. Like, and that's the difference. Like pride in I worked really hard and I achieved this, or pride and I studied this thing and now I have this job in it and I've worked, like you have earned a right to be proud of that. Being a proud person, just the like, I'm amazing, I'm better than you, is a toxic trait.
Yeah. So I really liked that Iro pointed that out. I thought that was really poignant, and like I said, another great lesson from this episode and from this show.
It was a fantastic lesson. I feel like Zuko's probably gonna have to hear it a few more times.
Yeah.
I mean, important to lay the groundwork and to just start, like, you know, putting that seed of thought in Zuko's mind. But Zuko's got like 17 years of pride and rage that have boiled up inside of him, and it's not going to go away in one lesson.
So if you want to get ahead on our reactions, you can get a month ahead over on Patreon. Links in the description of this video. Thanks so much for seeing our reaction for Avatar, but just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.